just want the whole world to know about I love you, and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true, 'cause you're my...
Alright, I grew up in Belize City, and I live in a family of 4. I have my mom, Mrs. Canto, my dad, Mr. Ralph Canto, and my little sister, Hannah Canto. As a child, one of my favorite memories has always been to go to Corozal, to my aunt's house. I used to do it every year, for every summer and every Christmas. And that was basically the highlight of each year, to visit my aunt and my cousins.
I guess over the years, he was, say, a mediocre or average student. When I showed him his standard 1 report card, he's like, yikes, what kind of grade that?
I didn't strive for any high grade or any accomplishment, so forth. I was just there to learn what I could and excel the way I considered to be good.
He was exposed to music at Grace Primary with Mr. Perot.
I was introduced to steel pan and guitar, and those 2 were my first 2 instruments that I pursued. I built from the knowledge I learned there, and I was able to teach myself further guitar until I was able to go to more formal guitar classes with Mr. Silburn Arthurs. And right there I excelled more. I learned to play at a higher level than I used to. And from once I attained that level of being able to play by ear, that if someone's singing I can just join them and play on the guitar, I started just teaching myself new chords, new licks, and even I promoted myself, I would like to say, to the electric guitar. I also was introduced to other woodwind instruments, mainly the clarinet and the saxophone, by my math teacher at Edward P. York High School, Mr. Fred Bryant. It definitely fulfills a sense of relief and, being calm and relaxed, just to pick up my guitar and play. I still have that. It could be just 5 or 7 minutes of just playing that guitar, and I'm ready to go till 12 in the morning or later.
From the time he was about, I would say, 4, I think I can go as far back as 4, that child would run outside the house when he hears a plane passing. I mean, up to today, if he hears a plane that is a unique sound, he walks outside. Wait, hold on. You could be in the middle of a conversation, and he will tell you, Mom, that's a Learjet, or that's a Boeing something something. As
a youth show known as Modern Marvels, that used to be one of my favorite childhood shows. And it was not until I saw an episode on aviation, and that episode showed me how these planes worked and the different aspects of these planes, and drove me into the idea and instilled the idea of who I want to be and what I want to do in the future, and that is to be an aerospace engineer.
He loves math and physics, and so everything about the whole idea of the design of the plane, that's what he's captivated by. We took him to the Aerospace Museum in LA, and I remember they have this interactive activity on the computer where you click on a certain plane that you want to build, and you have to beat this time. And my brother-in-law stood behind him and looked at him, and he would just, I said, okay, this is a cargo, this one was something, all right, this needs this kind of engine, this kind of propeller, this, that, click, click, and I think he made 1 error in the entire activity. And he built commercial plane, fighter plane, cargo plane, different types, and my brother-in-law was like, whoa, Asher, and he was about 12 at the time.
When I enrolled in Edward P. York High School, I said, wouldn't it be neat to be first place? My dad was a valedictorian of his graduating year, and my mom was a valedictorian of her graduating year. So I said, I gotta do this. On a normal basis, I take 9 subjects, and one of those subjects are already a challenge, known as visual arts. I go to St. John's College, and I take the course along with the visual arts teacher, Mr. Smith. And that was my core from 3rd form, the normal math, chemistry, physics, English, Spanish, IT, technical drawing. Now, in order to reach at 17, I had to challenge more subjects. Now, challenging more subjects was, as it is, a challenge. All these subjects, I barely had time in class with the actual teacher. And all these subjects I had to do on my own. These other subjects include building technology woods, office administration, human and social biology, integrated science, and a very key subject, additional mathematics. And additional mathematics entailed advanced algebra and geometry, trigonometry, and introductory to calculus. So right now I feel very satisfied with where I am, and I really look forward to the next step, to becoming a Belizean, to make a positive impact in our society.
And I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true.